Greetings, hello, welcome on in, Unoptimized Fool from the closet. Glad you could be here. Listen, I want to keep talking about Classic, right? And again, yesterday we saw the release of Classic Refresh, had a fantastic time with it. And I want to talk about, obviously, the main Classic server that originally started. So right now we're inside of Cataclysm, right? Classic. And they just released Firelands. Now, we did get an announcement on the Warcraft Direct for 2025. We will be seeing the release of Mists of Pandaria Classic. Now, we kind of always assumed that we were going there because, again, you had the original Classic. The Burning Crusade was a very liked, I almost said DLC expansion, and then you had the Lich King fan favorite, right? And then Cataclysm, there was some controversy with Cataclysm, but it was still a good expansion. And then Mists of Pandaria was a really good expansion, and PvP was really good, and also class design and rotations were also pretty peak during that time. Now, obviously, after this, after Mists of Pandaria, you start getting into the expansions where you start scratching your head, right? Warlords of Draenor, right? So this video isn't about, obviously, this is about talking about Mists of Pandaria, and I'm glad to see it. I mean, when I originally played Mists of Pandaria, I actually only did PvP. I did 0 PvE during that whole time. That was the first year in college for me, and I was just doing a ton of PvP. I was terrible at it, but I was enjoying it nonetheless. But I did get my fill of Mists of Pandaria when I played the remix, right? So the question is that, okay, Mists of Pandaria remix is happening, and sorry, not remix, Classic is happening, right? So original content there. What's happening after this version, right? So 2026, maybe 2027. Where is this going? Are we actually going to go into Warlords of Draenor Classic? I mean, Warlords of Draenor is considered to be the first bad expansion that hit World of Warcraft. Now, obviously, after that, we had some good ones. And then Shadowlands really took the cake for the worst expansion to hit World of Warcraft, right? But obviously, where does it stop? We go Warlords of Draenor Classic, Legion Classic, and then you go Battle for Azeroth Classic, and then do we ever do Shadowlands Classic? I mean, when does this stop? When does this classic ecosystem stop? Now, obviously, I think this is a natural stepping off point, if I think about it, right after Mists of Pandaria, right? Because, Warlords of Draenor had a lot of issues. Now, obviously, if they would they push the content they were planning to push in Warlords of Draenor? I mean, there's a lot of promised content for Warlords that never really saw the light of day, right? A whole island got cut, right? A whole continent got cut, basically, right? I think it was off the north east of the island. But still, right? We need to have these type of conversations because, like, how far are we going to go? I mean, eventually, if we keep going, we will be to Shadowlands Classic, and, like, who wants to relive that? I don't understand. I mean, I think the player count will be pretty low. So I don't see them going past Warlords of Draenor. I think they're going to stop, or they're just going to keep going. But it does cost money to keep servers up. It costs money to have developers on certain systems. So I don't really see them going. I mean, you can make a case for Warlords of Draenor, then go into Legion, because Legion was pretty popular. But going to Battle for Azeroth and then into Shadowlands, that's a hard sell, especially to the community. I mean, I like Battle for Azeroth, but was it really a good expansion? Or especially Shadowlands. Like, how you gonna have people like be excited for classic version of that? Unless they start doing major changes like we see in Season of Discovery, right? We take that mentality and we push it together, right? Who knows? But again, guys, I want to hear your opinion about this because it has me scratching my head. And again, we're very far off. Obviously, we're still inside of Cataclysm Classic, and we have to then go through Mists of Pandaria Classic. But eventually, we will be there. So we might as well start talking about it now. So I would definitely want to hear your opinion about that. But Unoptimized Fool from the closet. Glad you could be here. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.